Aloha mai kākou. Welcome to the meeting for the Committee on Investments and Land Management for Wednesday, May 27, 2026. The time is now 9:08 a.m. I'm your chairperson, Keone Souza. We have Vice Chair John Wahe'e, who's on his way. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahuna?
Sorry. Fix the audio real quick.
Trustee Ahuna?
Yo.
Trustee Akaka? Trustee Akina? Trustee Alapa? Trustee Galuteria? Chair Kahele?
Present.
Trustee Lindsay? Trustee Waihe'e? Chair Souza?
Yo. Model members, we have quorum. Okay, joining the trustees today is Kauponui Keishawn Kikina, along with numerous support staff. I'm going to call on Keishawn to announce the administrative staff joining us here today. Hello, Keishawn.
Aloha kakayaka kako, mahalo nui, Chair and Trustees. This morning we have with us from administration in support of this meeting, our Investment Director and Interim CFO Ryan Lee, our General Counsel Everett Ota, our Managing Director of Real Estate Daniel Sandemeyer, our IT Systems Engineer and Administrator Kyle Saucier, and we also have Nelson Gaspar from our Communications team monitoring this stream. Mahalo.
Awesome, Keishawn. Mahalo, bro. All right, this meeting can be viewed via live stream on OHA's website at www.oha.org/livestream and on Olelo TV. If you'd like to testify on any agenda item during the Zoom meeting, please raise your hand when the item is announced. When called upon, you'll be moved from attendee to panelist and given the ability to turn your camera on and unmute yourself during your testimony. Once you're finished, we ask that you mute your microphone and you will return to attendee. Public testimony should be limited to matters listed on the meeting agenda and will occur prior to any listed item's conclusion or vote. If you begin to address any other issues not on today's meeting agenda, the ILM chair will call you out of order and direct you to limit your testimony to items listed on the agenda. Testifiers' mics will be unmuted when it is your turn to testify. If you're not audible, you'll be muted and the next testifier will be called. All testimony online will be limited to 5 minutes. Your mic will be automatically muted once you have completed your oral testimony, or if you're allotted time for the testimony expires. Please log off after testifying, otherwise staff may be forced to remove you. All right, members, we're going to take the first item of business, approval of minutes from the Committee on Investment and Land Management dated May 13, 2026. Anyone signed up to testify?
No testifiers.
All right, seeing none, members, any discussion? All right, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahuna?
Aye.
Trustee Akaka? Trustee Akina? Trustee Alapa? Trustee Galuteria? Chair Kahele?
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay? Trustee Waihe'e? Chair Souza?
Aye.
You have 6.
Motion passes. Mahalo, members. All right, members, on this next item, I'm going to ask for unanimous consent to take the items out of order. We're going to switch status of OHA Activities to the new business action item ILM 26-06 to accommodate our presenters. Do I have unanimous consent? No objection? All right, can I get a roll call vote? Sorry? Just for any testifiers? Online or in person?
No. Because
No.
you're doing the motion, the unanimous consent to take it out of order. So that's all. Then once. So
Okay, we're good.
no objection, no vote.
All right. Okay, thank you, Capono. All right, can I get a roll call vote, please? No vote.
Yeah, because that's unanimous consent. Now.
Got it. Now we're going to take up action item ILM 26-06. Ikalamai, ladies and gentlemen. All right, item ILM 26-06, approval to perform due diligence activities for Kalaeuila, Oahu, TMKs number 156003031, 156003030, 156003019, 156003011, 156003024, 020, 021, 022, 023, 026, and 046, and 49 for potential land transfer to OHA. Anyone signed up to testify?
Yes,
All right.
there's someone.
Okay. We have online, we have Pikachu. Hello, Pikachu.
the board of meetings agenda for 172 mil. I definitely approve that. Producing at Little TV, we would definitely could control more media, do more PSAs, do more marketing. 100%, I support this. So, thank you all for today. And I'm not going to be on the next committee meeting because I'm going to approve all that stuff as well. So, great job to all of y'all. Save the rest of the time. Chihu, support all of you. Aloha, Pikachu.
Mahalo Pikachu, aloha. Next testifier? Okay, no other testifiers? No. Okay. Chair will make the motion to go into executive session. At this time, there are no other testifiers. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Chair,
Yes, sir.
I
Trustee
believe,
Una.
I think Esther had her hand up.
Oh, yeah, she put it down.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, trustee.
Exec.
Yes. Who is this? Hey, Trustee Aquino.
Fine with the meeting?
Yes, you are.
Okay, my apologies. I'm here and
No worries.
present.
Thank you. Noted. Trustee Aquino is here with us on this meeting.
Chair's moving to exec.
Okay.
I'm taking a vote on that.
Okay. At this time, I would like to make a motion to discuss its discussion regarding planning and development relating to Kalaeuila, Oahu, the previous TMKs that I noted earlier. The committee anticipates convening an executive session pursuant to HRS 92.5A3, 92.5A4 to deliberate concerning the authority of persons designated by the board to negotiate the acquisition of public property or during the conduct of such negotiations, and to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities related to this matter. Any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahuna,
Aye.
Trustee Akaka, Trustee Akina, Trustee Alapa, Trustee Galataria, Chair Kahele,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay, Trustee Waihe'e,
Yes.
Chair Souza.
Aye.
You have 8.
All right, members, motion passes. Give us a couple of minutes to get you guys ready to go into executive session. And everyone, please accept the join on your computers when it's available. All right, members, we are now in open session. Now, I'd like to announce that the board convened an executive session for the agenda item 5. And this is, the board convened in executive session pursuant to HRS 92583, 92584 to deliberate in regards to the planning and development relating to Kalaeuila, Oahu, TMKs number 156003, 031, 030, 019, 011, 024, 020, 021, 022, 023, 026, 046, and 049. And no action was taken in executive session. At this time, the chair motions for the approval to perform due diligence activities for Kalaeuila, Oahu, TMKs number 156003, 031, 030, 019, 011, 024, 020, 021, 022, 023, 026, 046, and 049 for potential land transfer to OHA. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahuna,
Aye.
Trustee Akaka,
Aye.
Trustee Akina,
Aye.
Trustee Alapa,
Yes.
Trustee Galutaria,
Aye.
Chair Kahele,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay, Trustee Waihe'e,
Yes.
Trustee Souza.
Yes, aye.
We have 8.
Model members' motion passes. All right, now we will move back to item number 3. And at this time, I'm going to call up Ryan Lee. But before that, is there any testifiers for this action item, this agenda item? All right, seeing none. Now this is going to be a presentation on the status of OHA Activities, the Native Hawaiian Trust Fund Investment Portfolio Review for the quarter ending March 31st, 2026 by Investment Director Ryan Lee. Aloha, Ryan.
Aloha, Mike Kako, Chair, Vice Chair, fellow trustees. Today's update covers trust fund performance for the quarter ending March 31st, 2026. So I'll be highlighting the economic backdrop, the quarterly performance, and how we're tracking against the long-term goals. Now, this slide highlights the key economic developments for the quarter. I think the big story here was Q1. There was really one event, the outbreak of the Iran War, which changed in March when airstrikes halted traffic through the Straits of Hormuz. The immediate market consequences were significant. So oil prices traded above $100 a barrel, a reversal in central bank rate cut expectations, and a brutal March in which even traditional safe havens like treasuries and gold sold off. The 60/40 portfolio had its worst month since 2022. The quarter did close on a cautiously optimistic note, with the S&P nearly rallying 3% on hopes of de-escalation. Next slide. One more slide. One more. Good. Okay, terrific. Now, this slide highlights the asset class returns. This table shows all major asset classes for the quarter and going back 10 years. I guess a few things stand out. If you look at the chart or the table, there's a lot of white spaces within the traditional investments. Bonds, which typically soften a downturn, actually worked against the portfolio as energy shock drove inflation fears, pushing rates higher. On the equity front, U.S. stocks fell nearly 4%, with non-U.S. markets also finishing slightly lower after giving back early gains when the conflict escalated in March. Now, real assets were the exception. Energy-linked investments, natural resources, infrastructures surged 20% and 8% respectively. Next slide. So how did the Native Hawaiian Trust Fund perform? Despite a challenging March, the Native Hawaiian Trust Fund returned negative 0.1%, so nearly flat for the quarter, outperforming the policy benchmark by 170 basis points, or 1.7%. The market value stands at $657 million. As mentioned, real assets were the standout contributor, contributing 13% from contribution from the real asset portfolio. Next page. Now, this page highlights the Native Hawaiian Trust Fund market value growth over time. So it looks at the last 120 months, so basically 10 years, the last 10 years of market value growth. Now, if you look at this from 2016, starting at 330, nearly doubling to today to about 680 million, this is while making simultaneously regular distributions to support OHA's programs and operations each year. Now, the growth represents real capacity for OHA, which, that 5% spending on a larger fund base means more resources available for our beneficiaries without touching principal for future generations to depend on. And it's also worth noting that we're also capturing the month of April. After sharp March sell-off, April showed encouraging signs of recovery as tensions over the war in Iran begin to ease. So it's a good illustration of why we stayed the course through short-term volatility. Next slide. So this slide shows how portfolio position across asset classes. And the key takeaway here is the Native Hawaiian Trust Fund remains well within all policy guidelines. One highlight worth noting is the cash position of 8.1% that is shown, and it's due to timing, as a public equity investment made near the end of the quarter didn't make the reporting cutoff. So in practice, we're much closer to target across the board. Next slide. So this page highlights the total asset allocation, which also includes Hawaii direct investments. Total trust fund assets stand at $893 million, with 74% in financial assets and 26% in Hawaii direct investments. Now, as a reminder, updated appraisals last year increased the value of our Hawaii direct investments above the previous maximum allowable range, which led the board to approve adjustments to the guidelines. So currently, we're still comfortably within those compliance limits that have been updated. Next slide. So this page summarizes the Native Hawaiian Trust Fund quarterly activities. So on the investment side, as part of our ongoing efforts to strengthen the manager roster and improving returns, $70 million in new investments and commitments were made this quarter across 3 asset classes: public equities, private equity, and diversifying strategies. In terms of funding operations, $2 million was pulled, was drawn from this quarter, bringing total fiscal year to date to $17.6 million in support of OHA's programs and services. Now, we anticipate additional $6 million to be drawn over the next 2 months, which remains within the fund's operating capacity. That concludes the presentations. I'd be happy to take questions.
All right. Members, any questions? All right, seeing none. Mahalo, Ryan Lee. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, good job. All right, members, we're now moving on to our final item on the agenda. I'm going to give Trustee Wahi the honor of making the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adjourn.
Any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call, please?
Trustee Ahuna. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina.
Aye.
Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galutaria. Chair Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Waihe'e. Chair Souza.
Aye. Motion passes. Mahalo, members. Meeting is now adjourned. Trustee Wahi, how long do you?